Hi and welcome to a little hypno chat on pain relief options. Depending on where you decide is the best place for you to give birth to your baby, or maybe it's slightly decided for you due to a pre-existing health condition, there's going to be different pain relief options available to you. I'm going to talk through from the very natural to the more medical, and I'm very unbiased about pain relief. I think pain is a very perceptual thing. Some people will feel labour in very different ways, and by no means is hypnobirthing a pain relief option. This is an option to stay calm and feel empowered. Yes, breathing well will definitely change your perception of the pain and the sensations of the surges going through your bodies, but inherently it's going to be a different experience for everyone at different stages of the birthing process. So be open to everything. I know I say that in a lot of my videos, but being open to the journey that your birth is taking on is probably the best advice you can take. So natural things are a TENS machine, often talked about in a lot of antenatal courses. A TENS machine, you can get them secondhand on Facebook, super cheap. I don't think they're very expensive new either. They have pads that stick onto your back. You'll probably want to get new sticky pads to make sure that they're very sticky for you, and change the batteries. And you'll put them on the back, they'll show you, and they deliver almost like a little electric shock, so it's distracting you from what's going on at the front, and I suppose the sensations of the muscles in the uterus. So that is one thing. A lot of people swear by a TENS machine, and some people say they were never interested, or it didn't work for them. What's really funny is watch your birth partners have a little play with them. Definitely worth the money for buying one, just to watch them put them on their tummies. Gas and air will be available anywhere. So TENS machine you'll have to supply yourself. I think in a few cases they may be supplied, but I doubt in this current climate they're going to be supplied anywhere at the moment. Gas and air can be at a home birth, a birth centre, in a labour ward. Gas and air is laughing gas, really. Nitrous oxide. That could be completely wrong, but it's basically like laughing gas, and so it's going to make you feel happy. It might make you feel a little bit weird. So the idea is that it's distracting you, okay? It's giving you a lot of oxygen. You're feeling maybe a little bit woo and giggly, but for some people they feel sick, or they even start to feel a little bit out of body. So, it depends on your reaction to it. Some people, again, love it, use it all the way through, or maybe just right at the end, and other people it makes them feel funny and they don't want to use it at all. So that's one option that's available everywhere. Then you have the more opiate-based painkillers, the pethidine and the diamorphin. It does say that you may be able to get these on prescription for a home birth. However, I would say it's not particularly likely, and it's something that you would need to research first if that was something you wanted to have as an option at home. They are sometimes available at a birth centre. Again, it depends if it's close to a labour ward and the exact procedures and protocols of the hospital. The epidural is the next step. So I suppose I should say with pethidine and diamorphin, there is a very slight risk. So it will depend on how close you are to having your baby, because if you are about to have your baby and you have them, it's much more likely that the baby's going to come out a little bit sleepy and floppy, and they're going to need to come round from that drug as well. So for some people, they don't want to take those because they don't want to risk having any effect on their baby, but they're provided, they're generally very low risk painkillers. Then you have the epidural. This has to be given by an anaesthetist. This is only available on the labour ward. An epidural is similar to a spinal block. It's just put in a different place on your spine, and in different levels. So I've heard about walking epidurals you might have as well, where you could actually move and still have sensation in their legs. So they're putting less in. There's some where you top up yourself, and there's some that you'll have to stay in the bed. You're going to feel anything in your legs. Now, again, this is something you can talk through with your care providers, because the options that are available may be just needing you to ask the question, or it may be the protocols that the hospital have, or it may be with some persuasion that they will work with you to have a more mobile epidural. But yes, with an epidural, that's complete numbing, and so you won't feel the surges anymore. What people do say is that it's harder to push because you're not really feeling the muscles. It's harder to get the brain to work with the muscles to then bear down and push the baby out. So occasionally they can lead to a more assisted delivery. But on the plus side of an epidural, because they're going to give mummy a rest, mummy might be able to have a sleep for a little while and come back feeling stronger. And so after that rest, it doesn't matter if she can't feel anything, she's going to push that baby out anyway because she feels rested, she's not feeling in pain anymore. So, you know, there's two sides to it, and it's very much your decision on how far you want to go with pain relief. You know, there is no medals for getting through childbirth having nothing at all, and there's also no medals for taking everything. You know, you have to do what works best for you and your baby.